Caitlin Clark out for the remainder of the 2025 season, something we all think we knew was coming after what Stephanie White said earlier today. We couldn't be too sure until we see it for ourselves. And with this announcement from the GOAT's mouth herself, Caitlin Clark won't be returning this season.
Caitlin Clark is officially out for the rest of the 2025 WNBA season. The news we all feared is finally real. After weeks of speculation, Clark herself confirmed it. She's done for the year. The internet exploded instantly. Fans are spiraling like it's the end of basketball itself. One post, one statement. And suddenly nobody knows whether to cry, riot, or start conspiracy theories. The queen of the court just hit pause on an entire season.
Surprising at this point, but still incredibly disappointing. Caitlin Clark officially done for the 2025 WNBA season, as she and the Fever announced on social media. The Fever and Clark saying that she tried to get back on the floor. It appears that she just ran out of time, not able to get enough confidence back in her body as the season wraps up and the playoffs are likely about to begin for Indiana. I mean, it's a gut punch that basically encompasses an entire season.
I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning this season. Those are Caitlin Clark's own words. The statement that froze the sports world. She said she spent hours in the gym trying to make it back, but her body just wasn't ready. She thanked the fans, her team, and said the Fever grew stronger through adversity. It's emotional, it's raw, and it feels like the end of a chapter none of us were ready for.
Statement saying this: I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. I spent hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling. I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. The way the fans continue to show up for me and for the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I am so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim our spot in the
reaction? Chaos. Fans are heartbroken, analysts are stunned, and trolls are celebrating like they just won the championship. Caitlin Clark was supposed to be the WNBA's golden ticket. Ratings, attendance, jerseys, all up because of her. Now, the league's biggest storyline just went dark, and the timing couldn't be worse with playoffs right around the corner.
Fever have lost so many players to injury, but obviously none bigger than Clark. And there was such a wait for this second season after her magnificent rookie season. And then, the anticipation of her possibly coming back, only for that not to happen, takes a lot of air out of the room, obviously takes a lot of energy out of the fans, and is a devastating blow for not just the Fever and the WNBA, but the good news is her career is not over. But it's a tough blow when it all comes crashing down like that. And, ever since Stephanie White's...
This is where the whispers start. The dreaded what ifs. What if she never comes back the same? What if this was her peak? What if the Caitlin Clark era ended before it truly began? She went from being the most electrifying rookie in years to a walking question mark. One injury just turned basketball's brightest star into its biggest mystery.
All right, so now, I don't know who asked the question. The young lady, shout out to you. She said, hey, are you guys gonna make an announcement? Like that, I appreciate you at least. You didn't say it as blunt as I would have, but you said it. You asked the question. Hey, because now she's saying, yeah, the plan on this West Coast trip was to evaluate. How you gonna evaluate her if she never had contact? What's the evaluation? She's been able to shoot jump shots. She's been able to run up and down the court by herself with nobody touching her. What was there to evaluate? Now you're pushing it through the weekend, leading us on, having us dangling in the air.
The media is eating this up. Hot takes everywhere. Is she overrated? Was she a one-season wonder? Can women's basketball survive without her? It's brutal, but it's reality. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player anymore. She's a headline. A symbol of how fast the sports world builds you up and tears you down the moment you fall.
Well, there you have it, folks. My hot take from earlier this year, all of a sudden, not so hot. Caitlin Clark announced that she's going to be out for the rest of the season. Obviously, a nice little post here thanking her teammates, saying she fought back, was in the gym trying to come back. She wanted to, but Caitlin Clark not returning for the rest of the season. It makes sense considering where the Fever are at in the playoffs right now. Right now, they are making the playoffs. They're the 8th seed, so it would be the final seed there. But are they going to make much noise? Chloe Bibby just went out for the rest of the season. She was one of the...
Now, every wannabe expert online suddenly has a medical degree. People who couldn't spell her name a year ago are out here diagnosing her future. They're comparing her to Greg Oden, calling her the WNBA's what could have been. It's cruel, it's reckless, but that's the internet. If you're not playing, you're the entertainment.
Caitlin Clark is out for the rest of the WNBA season. She had posted this whole statement on Instagram as well as the Fever officially announcing it just now here on this Thursday evening. And there have been some talks about from the Fever staff about her potentially trying to come back, and they had kind of been trying to drag this out as much as possible over the course of this season, but there simply seems to just not be enough time in this season for them to fully feel comfortable in getting her healthy. And the message that has been sent has always been the most important thing is her long-term health. That is what the Indiana Fever...
And fans aren't just blaming fate. They're calling out Stephanie White and the Fever for dragging this out. Week after week, day-to-day updates, reevaluations, and maybe next game. Turns out there was nothing to evaluate. No contact practices, no progress. Just smoke and mirrors to keep ticket sales alive. Fans feel misled, and they might be right.
Young lady finally had the balls to ask somebody, hey, are you guys going to make an announcement? You said you're having a meeting. You had your evaluation on the West Coast trip. Now you're going to have a meeting. Are you guys going to let the fans know what the hell is going on? Because y'all keep collecting ticket money. Y'all keep promoting that she's going to be at this arena and that arena. Y'all keep saying that she's day-to-day. First we heard she might be back for the Minnesota Lynx the first time we played them a week ago. She wasn't even ready for that. A miraculous ankle injury popped up.
Here's the ironic twist. If she never plays again, her legend might actually grow. The early flameouts always do. People romanticize the what could have been. She might become the myth, not the memory. The prodigy who changed the game but never got to finish her story. That kind of legacy is haunting and unforgettable.
Well, here we are. The next morning after it was announced that Caitlin Clark would not be returning this season. Something that I think most of us pretty much knew for maybe at least the last couple of weeks. I heavily suspected it for the last, if I'm being real, last month. Although I kept kind of holding out hope because, well, I wanted a reason to keep watching these games. And that's why the Indiana Fever has gotten dogged out as an organization.
Let's be honest. The WNBA needed Caitlin Clark. She was a heartbeat of the league. The one who brought new eyes, new sponsors, new money. Now that heartbeat just stopped and everyone's scrambling. The Fever are limping into the playoffs. The league's marketing just lost its centerpiece, and fans are wondering, who fills that void now?